so let's talk about that new black power. Did it all start with a little white powder? From the 80s age of the cocaine, now we on a different page in a different campaign. What is all this talk that be coming from the stars? It was late at night when I saw one pause. I shot the sheriff, but I swear shoot the deputy. Ooh, ooh, ooh. What up, awesome avatars? We are here once again. Let me cut this off real quick. We are out here again in nature. Divine interventions here. Energy is beautiful. And the sun is shining. The weather is sweet. The nature's around us and vibrations are high. I just want to breathe in that good energy. Let's breathe in abundance like I said before. And let out the happiness. Because you are happiness, you are abundance, and like I said, you're great. I am awesome. I am abundance. Wake up every morning and have your affirmations every day and tell yourself that you're awesome, you're great, nothing can stop you, you know? In today's episode, I want to talk about dreams and the power of letting go. And I'm going to be able to explain this through my personal experiences and how I feel that letting go my earth desires brought me to a way of living that I've never thought I'll ever live in my entire life. So let's get right into it. Yo, so shit. Last night, dog, I swear, like I had the most vivid dream I ever had. It was the craziest dream. I was in this room with two individuals. Now I don't want to talk about who these individuals are because ultimately these individuals are earth desires that I hold on to really powerfully in my life. And it was insane because it wasn't until I woke up from this dream that I realized that wow, I'm really like, that was a symbolism of what's happening right now to me right now. Like to all of us, letting go. Just let go, you know? The power of letting go. Sophia, the black sun, I feel their energy. So in this dream, I was with these two individuals and we're like in this room, right? And there was this machine behind this glass window. So we walked into this room and then in this glass window, it's a clear glass window, you can see this machine with a bridge. It's a bridge that's giving a gap between the glass window and this like crazy see-through source energy that had like transcendent electricity in it. Now in my dream I'm thinking, oh, that's probably like some type of man-made machine. It wasn't until I woke up and realized, whoa, that was probably the source, right? So I'm behind the glass window and I'm like, man, wow, like I'm with these two individuals and the other individuals, they were worried about it. They were very worried about the whole machine. They're like, whoa, they said this machine will hurt you and all this stuff. In my mind, I was like, you know, ever since I was a child, awesome avatars, listen, ever since I was a child, I always been the risk taker, you know, the courageous person who just goes in and just does things that people don't want to do. Like, I just always was that guy, you know what I'm saying? That's why they call me so nice, because in bad situations, I would be nice about it because I know that no matter what. Anyways, so in the dream, when these two individuals were worried about it, I end up saying, you know what? I want to go check out this machine, right? I'm like, I need to go check this machine out. I don't care what nobody says. So I open the door to get to the bridge in the glass window, and immediately when I open the door, this machine is pulling me like almost like my shirt, like pulling me towards it. Like, oh shit! You know, I'm getting pulled towards the machine, right? And I'm holding on. I'm like, oh my gosh, like I don't want to get closer to the machine because I might die. Like I'm thinking about fear. In my dream, I'm like, yo, if I get closer to this machine, I'm gonna die. And the two other individuals were trying to stop me. They're like, oh, Tim, no, Tim, come back. Don't go over there. And I'm over here getting pulled and pulled. Like I'm getting pulled over there. Like, oh. But like in my mind, when I looked back and I was worried, I was like, hold on to the railing because it was a gravitational pull. This machine, we didn't know what it was until I opened the door. And it was like a gravitational pull. And it was just electricity invisible, transcendent, cloudy electricity going like this, whoa, like that. It was about like I would say like 30 feet away from me. The bridge was about 30 feet, and I was getting pulled closer to it, and I'm like, oh my gosh, right? But in my mind, I'm like, yo, like, I want to go over there. Like, you know, curiosity put me to the position to open the door when the other two I was with, they didn't want to open the door, you know? And it made me wonder, like, why didn't they want to open the doors? Like, you know, when I got pulled, my thought wanted to go towards the source, but my body was afraid. That's why I was holding on, like, I don't want to go, I don't want to go. But what does that even mean, avatars? What does that even mean? So for me to think and feel that I wanted to go there, but then the two individuals were like afraid, so it made me afraid. I was like, I'm afraid, I don't want to go there, you know? It's because they're afraid. But in my mind, I was like, should I just let go? Like, what if I was like, and I just let go, and I just flew into the source, and I let the gravitational pull me over there? What would have happened to my body, right? Now, I don't know if you guys heard about my astral projection I had in the other episode, but ultimately, when I let go, I had the most abundant experience. I told you, I got extracted and I got pulled. I saw the dark side of the moon, almost did. So I had this dream at least twice already. This we went back to the same machine again last night in my dream. Yesterday night, whatever, I had the same dream, but this one was more vivid because like I actually opened the door and tried to get in. So when I woke up, I was like, what did that really signify? What was that signifying? And it didn't occur to me until after I woke up, like, maybe that was signifying that I should let go, you know? So then I started like labeling the things in the dream. I was like, what if those two beings were like labeled and signified and symbolized as earth desires, and that transcendent source was my extraction out of this matrix, aka earth, and in my body was literally the astral body, aka psyche body, who wanted to go to the spirit realm. But the two beings that was there with me, they could have represented their earth desires, because ultimately the only reason why I didn't want to go over there is because these two individuals' consciousness in my dream was afraid that we would die or something, when ultimately I'm not afraid of death, right? And I'm starting to like, it feels like I'm being prepared for something so grand and so luxurious in this world right now, and I'm so like I'm bringing it in, you know? This is a Oregon pyramid. This is my other one I wanted to show you guys. This actually has all corners of the Egyptian pyramid. If you look really closely, it has two sides on each spectrum, 2, 4, 6, 8, divine order of infinite energy. 8 means infinity because the infinity symbol, right? So I'm wondering, what if that was what happened? So ultimately, awesome avatars, what I got out of that dream was I have to accept, to let go, and bring in abundance and let out happiness. The things I tell you guys is something I am preaching and learning myself. It's not like I'm like better than y'all, you know what I'm saying? So this dream, I really look at it like that. It's like, let go of this, let go of that, let go of this. As much as I love nature, let go of all of it, let go of this body, because it's always gonna be okay. It's always gonna be okay. That's what I got out of this dream. Another experience dream I wanted to talk to you guys about, that I feel like a lot of you guys can relate to, that can also express the let go energy. And this happened to me about 3 years ago. I had this really vivid dream of my dad, right? And my dad, he passed away. He died. My dad died in 2013. My earth dad, my earthly dad, of course, my real dad, right? And you know, it's really hard to let go of family members. It really is. I don't know if any of you guys out there ever lost a family member. I'm sure a lot of us have, right? And my dad, you know, we had our ups and downs in life, but although, you know, he was in the military, so he was very, like, you know, diligent. He came out of Vietnam, so he was very aggressive to me. But I never really put that on him, because I understand that he fought a war that wasn't his, and he had to do it in order to make money and do what he had to do. But that was our attachment, and I still love him to this day, of course, you know. he's within me. So but in this dream, basically, more so this dream, I'm gonna show you how attached I was to him. Okay, in this dream, it was as I was like, again, I was like 14 years old. I went back to being 14 years old, and I was in a garage in our Mayflower house in Oceanside. I don't know if you guys ever been to my house in Oceanside. All my old homies, we had a house in Mayflower Way in Oceanside, and in the garage, I was inside the garage, and I was with my mom, my sister, my older brother, and my little brother, and we were just like hanging out like usual. You know, it's a dream. I was like, okay, 14 years old, and, you know, and out of nowhere, I see my dad. This is 3 years ago, so he died 5 years prior, right? No, 3 years prior. So my dad started walking up towards the driveway. And it was trippy because in my dream, even at that dream, I was like, no, that's not real. Like, you're dead, you know? You shouldn't be here. Why are you here? And he kept walking closer and closer from the driveway to the garage. And and everybody else except me was accepting him to come into the garage. Because in the garage we had like refrigerators, we had a couch. I don't know if you've been in a Filipino family house. They put everything in anywhere. It's really funny. Like we had a whole ass living room in the garage. It was funny. If y'all know me, y'all know we had that shit cracking, right? But anyways, so I was like the only person in the dream that literally was not accepting that this is my dad. Like, no, like he was doing his old dad, like what he was doing, like he looked so real. Like you have no idea. Like I was tripping out, and everybody else in the house was like accepting him, like, oh, my mom was like, oh, hun, you know, that's what they call each other, hun, honey. My brother and my sister, my little brother was just like, oh, okay, dad. And I'm tripping because I'm like, what are you guys talking about? He's dead. He shouldn't be here. And I wouldn't accept that he's here. He was there. And my dad got closer and closer to the driveway, and he put his hand on my shoulder. And everybody was just laughing and giggling, ah. And in me, in that dream, I'm over here crying. I'm like, what are you? I was tearing up, guys. You have to understand. I was like, you're not alive. Like, I was like putting myself, I was like, oh, you're not alive. Get away. Like, you're not alive. I was being afraid. Like, I was like, don't. You're not here. Like, go away. You know, like, I don't want to see this because it's too much for me. I want him here. I didn't want him to die. Of course, he's my loved one. Just like if you guys ever lost someone, you don't want that person to die. It just happens, right? So immediately, I started crying in my dream, but they kept laughing and enjoying as if I was not in that dream, but in that dream. It was very interesting. And then out of nowhere, I woke up in this, back to my body here, and I was crying. I was literally like I've never cried like that in my life before, yo. Like I was crying, like, oh, like I was crying. I couldn't stop crying. I was like, I was crying for at least an hour, just like venting over my dad, like remembering him, like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I just had this dream. It was so real. He was so here. And it wasn't until like now, or even after that time, I realized that was an earth desire. Okay, so the universe literally gives you signs of things to let go of, you know, for your to be ready to be extracted. Not saying that I don't want him to be here, but sometimes you got to let go of things in order to be something better. Because in my eyes now, I see that he came here to do his duty in order to perceive his life within me, so I could be a better person at the end of the day. And also he could be a better person wherever he's at in spirit or conscious form, which is ultimately when we get extracted in my consciousness, we become one with all. Okay? If you perceive it that way. If not, then you're gonna get attached to earth desires, and you're just gonna be stuck here for how long. But I really ultimately can tell you, awesome avatars, that it's about letting go of earth energy, earth desires, in order to be truly happy. And that doesn't mean you won't be able to like interact with them when you want to, but in order to get fully extracted and accept that you are everything, you are love, you are abundant, you are kind, you are generous, you are prosperous, you are passionate, you are love, you know? You can't go into that body in that world until you really accept and let go of all your earth desires. And that being said, awesome avatars, dreams can be very attachment. Attachment can lead to a lot of sadness and doubt and fear, and it can lead to a lot of emotions When you let go of attachments, you start having more things happen into your life. Abundance starts coming to your way. Love, energy starts coming. You'll be able to like do things where you can talk to people about your experiences. You'll be able to do videos like this and tell people, hey, this is what I went through. I want to express it to you. Can you relate? You know, so you become your own being, your own higher being, your own teacher. And I'm not saying I'm better than y'all. I'm just letting you know, like, this makes me feel good when I can express it to all of y'all. And this episode of letting go that's exactly why I'm talking about this, because we have to learn how to let go of earth desires. Not saying not to love it. Of course, love everything. But when you attach too hard, you won't experience the full abundance that the universe can give you. Does that make sense? So that being said, I don't want this video to be that long. I just wanted to break down those vibrations I had and the energy vortexes I had last night. The dream last night was pretty epic. I had it twice. I kept going back there, so like it kept telling me, maybe that invisible machine, cloud electrical machine, meant that I'm preparing for my extraction. Are you prepared for your extraction? Awesome avatars, breathe in that abundance and let out that happiness, because you are awesome, you are great, you're abundant. I hope y'all have a good rest of your day. I just wanted to talk about that experience and how that affected me in my life. As you hear the birds chirping and humans over here working and doing their duty, the ground is living, the plants are living, we're all here. So, and that being said, let's keep living and being living souls. And I love y'all so much, and have a good rest of your day, because I'm turned up, because life is lit. I don't care what anybody talks to me about. You can talk negative about me, I don't give a fuck. You feel me? Because actually I do give a fuck that you care about it, but like, really, I love that you even watch this video, because if you do, then I know that you're getting something out of it that will better your life, whether or not it's good or bad, right? Because magnetic energy and electricity is real, and love is real, and we are love. That being said, awesome avatars, I'm out. And I'm ready to extract my body out of this shit, because this shit ain't the real life. The real life is within you. Peace.
Baptize me in the mud, rinse me down, lift me up. Miracles on a hush, cause we about had enough. Notifications for no illustrations, be up and rising. Let go of frustrations and all allegations, we all in alarm.